Hello and welcome
Welcome,
to
welcome, welcome, welcome.
Sports, sports,
Da, da,
sports,
da,
sports, 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 sports.
sports.
B B C
Compian! What's my
people.
Compian?
100. That's right.
100! We
100,
did it!
100.
That's right, people. We are here for the banner show of this program, of this channel. Sports by Compian 100 is on the market. It's here for you people. We've been recapping sports for almost 4 years now. Tons of Bucks losses that we've recapped. Tons of Cowboy losses that we've recapped. We've recapped people punching each other in the head. We've recapped rugby, football, hockey. We keep doing forms, people, about your impact.
We talked about night fighting one time.
That's right. And with me to bring you this kind of information are the two cornerstones of this program, channel, co-host. The Road Man is here. Road Man, Corey Compian. How are you, sir?
That's right. Fantastic. My robe is currently in the laundry, so no robe today. But I still appeared.
Just very large biceps. That's all you people will get.
That's right.
Of course, our fighting expert, the man who knows much indeed. Wearing a sick-ass Dr. Clothing shirt that I also would have bought, but I ran out of there instead. Christopher Compian's here. Hello, Chris.
Yarg.
Great you're here, Chris. You are...
The campaign of
You and
villainry
Corey-
continues.
You and Corey were present with me in 2021 when we were sitting on the back patio of a very interesting Airbnb after a very interesting experience as brothers. And I sat there and I was like, guys, one day...
Wait, is that when we did ayahuasca?
That's when we did that, Christopher. Yes, correct. And after
Okay, just
to do
making
ayahuasca,
sure
I
we're
guess you
talking
should
about
say.
the same event.
More so when we failed to do ayahuasca. But anyway...
No. That wasn't really a failure. It was just sort of incomplete.
Fair enough.
The gateway.
Either way, the brilliance of Sports by Compian was born on those mountains in Costa Rica
It was conceived.
many years ago. Some of you have been there with us for all these
With
times.
Arenal in the background, looking so
Arenal
gorgeous
in the background.
as the sun rose over Arenal.
The Sports by Compian show was born. Started off with an excellent NFL studs of Michael Allstott. And then we just, I don't know what we did, but we did those first couple episodes of Sports by Compian were kind of crazy. Anyway, now here we are, guys, in year 4 going on year 5. I don't know, something like this.
We were also Impact Sports in the beginning, and then
We were also
around
Impact
3
Sports.
or 4, we switched the name because I was already taken. Screw you,
Correct.
Impact Sports. We're better than
Screw
you now.
wherever
We
you
think.
are. You're not going to be as big as us one
Sports is
day.
for losers.
That's right. That's right.
Unless
But
you guys want to
anyway.
collab or something. I don't actually know who you are, but we're down.
Yeah, fucking guys.
Talk to our guys. Okay, we'll send our guys.
You guys talk
your
to our
guys.
guys.
Yeah, that's right. Loki, go talk to them. Take Tiger with you as the negotiator.
Yep.
Anyway, fans, we appreciate those of you who have been with us in the beginning. We appreciate the new fans. We just appreciate all you guys. We love doing this. It's been a fun thing I can do with my brothers to continue to connect with them on sports, on beatings, on all these things. We have many different friends who have come through the show. Thank you to all of them. Have made this show fun, and we'll continue to do so. And we'll continue to give you vague information about the sports you may not love.
Vague, incomplete, and I like mine like slightly aged, like a good
Right.
cheese.
Right, and a lot of it propaganda. Like, you really should do your own research on a lot of the stuff we're saying on this show.
And the random conspiracy theory thrown in just to keep it interesting.
Hold on, that stuff is usually true, and that shouldn't be
like a random unwanted spice in your breakfast cereal.
Right.
No one wants that, but
nobody really wanted it, but it's in there now. You're like, maybe it's not so bad.
I really didn't want the bay leaves in with my shredded wheat. Do you mind? Oh.
Oh, yes. But anyway, it has been a fun show, guys. We do appreciate everyone. Today, we will once again recap sports. We have both of our experts here, especially Christopher, who knows in detail about the Cowboys game, I'm told, has insider information about what is going wrong with the Cowboys, and he can help Jerry Jones save his team.
It's true. I have all of that fine information because I saw one game in a dive Irish bar that I haven't been in. I walked in there once, like probably 2 or 3 years ago. And then I was like, oh, look, it's a dive Irish bar. And I walked out and I haven't been there until Corey was like, hey, they play football games here. And I'm like, all right.
I'm apparently a regular, dude. We went there on Sunday, and this girl was like, "Oh, I recognize you with the Cowboys jersey." I'm like, "What? I've never seen you before in my life, lady." But she barely knew
Corey
me.
was popular.
Yeah, as he would be rooting for the Cowboys. Chris, we're gonna have you hang up and call back in. You're starting to sound a little robotic.
Or just mute and unmute. See if that fixes your way.
I refuse, and you cannot oppress me with this.
Mute might fix it.
Try muting and unmuting and see if that helps you.
Yeah, all right.
Try that.
Come back.
Yeah, you're a little robotic, so
all right.
Get you
You don't like my roboticness. I see how it is. Fine, I'm out.
Anyway, we'll come back to the young Mr. Compian, the Lord Compian, if you will. But moving on, Corey, we're going to hop into the week that was NFL Week 9. Not a great week for Sports by Compian people or fans, and just generally anyone who's not Chief fans. But anyway, here we are, Corey. We're going to recap it all. Are you excited?
Dude, so pumped. I'm here for it.
That's right. Anyway, so yeah, the Texans, Jets. This is what started off all the action here on Week 9. The Jets fighting for their life. They decided to finally wake up, Corey. Can you believe it? Are you shocked?
Did not see that coming at all. It seems like the Texans are kind of reeling. They're on like a 2-game slide here.
Reeling Texans.
And yeah, your voice is fixed too. We love it, Chris.
Yeah, dude, I'm like in New York, and people were talking shit about how much the Jets sucked and how they're gonna lose.
They really sucked, and then they somehow managed to nibble out the Texans. I mean,
despite throwing away a touchdown at the goal line.
Yeah, so really, this is like 28-13 because my man did score and then just decided, no, I don't want the stat. It's fine.
I don't understand how that's still a touchdown celebration in today's NFL. Like, have these guys not ever seen? Do you not want to be that guy, dude, who like threw it a little? Like every time they do that celebration, they cut it real fucking close. I just don't understand it, Corey. Why? Why is this a celebration amongst the kids?
Is it a celebration, or is he just like, I'm gonna run off and start doing other dumb stuff?
I don't know, but either way, get across the goal line first, sir.
And
what is going on here?
It's always a rookie that does it.
It's always just Kyle Pitt. It's a lot of people have been doing it. It's pretty stupid. Chris, just to give you an idea, because you may or may not have seen this, as some of the other fans of Sports by Compian. I forget the dude's name, but it was literally like some Jets fans were saying it was like his first catch or some shit, and like literally the dude takes it to the house and throws it a yard before he gets to the touchdown, Chris.
As he's crossing his foot's across, he's like mid-stride, foot across, and throws the ball behind him before he gets across the goal line.
Yeah. So that would have been his first career touchdown, Chris. And instead,
it doesn't count. He gets nothing.
It's a touchback, dude. It's a touchback because the ball bounced and
gets the ball.
Oh,
because it counts as a fumble. He fumbled the ball out of bounds. Instead of getting a touchdown, he gives the ball to the other team on the 1.
Oh, dude.
It's not what he wanted, Chris.
No.
So instead of his first career touchdown.
Why did he do something so silly if he didn't want that result?
Because he's not very smart, Chris, or he got very excited in his first emotion. Look, you try to be like, oh, well, it's his first touchdown, so he makes mistakes. Dude, you got to be better. You paid a lot of money, bro. Like, come on. Just be excited about your first fucking career touchdown. Hang on to that ball. They got enough excitement for me, but whatever.
Oh man, dude, that poor guy. That's kind of how you curse your whole career. Like, how do you?
That guy is going to film the next day and be like,
in the NFL, I threw away.
Dude, like for real, like he's like in the wide receiver room the next day, and they're like watching the film, and they're like, instead of like saying like, dude, look, here's your first touchdown catch, sick, dude. They're like, bro, we're gonna have to cut you. You're gonna have to probably go onto the practice squad for a little while and come back to us when you're ready to be serious. Like what?
Right. Yeah. If you're the wide receiver coach, that's the conversation you're having with that kid.
For sure. Like, what are you actually thinking, dude? What an idiot. But anyway, so that's not to take away from Rodgers having a pretty good night.
They at least won, though. Like, if they had lost that game and those were the points they desperately needed to, like, get the W, that would have been so much worse.
They would have beheaded him in the streets.
For sure. But you know who did have a sick catch in this game was Garrett Wilson. Just another
saw
highlight
that,
catch.
dude.
We haven't had a
Yeah.
nice highlight catch by a receiver in a little while. Chris, this was nasty. My man hopped up there and basically just fucking Michael Jordan did and just caught it with one hand.
They were comparing it to like the OBJ catch way back in the day. Because it was kind of like similar like falling back, caught it over his head type deal. And
pretty amazing, Chris.
It's so tough if you're the defender on that. You're just like, I'm with this guy, I'm doing what I can, and then he just decided that gravity didn't apply for a couple seconds. That's fun. I'm glad that happened.
Speaking of gravity not applying, we have a very fun play to talk about later. But anyway, CJ Stroud's in turmoil, Corey. It's bad. It's real bad. I don't have the solution. I didn't watch the game
I
enough
dropped
to
him
really
on
comment
fantasy. I was like, sir, I don't know what's going on with you, but I need you to remedy your problems. Will I remedy my problems by dropping you and picking up Matt Stafford?
It is a sophomore slump that is hitting the boy pretty hard.
Because he came out swinging this year. Like, it seemed
To
like,
be fair,
Texans
both his
are
top receivers are down with injuries. So now he's fully reliant on Tank Dell now. Although I think Diggs went down in this game, so you had him for a lot of the game. Anyway, we'll hop into this one that you guys are absolute experts on.
Nico Collins was really his guy, and Nico Collins he went out pretty early in the year, didn't he?
Chris got the memo that it is episode 100, therefore we're smoking joints inside. It's allowed. I already cleared it with Tiger, although I'll tell you there was a lot of bribery involved. We had to give him different treats, and there was a stern talking to by him, but he did allow it ultimately and release the permit. So thank you, Tiger. But yes, dude, looking at this, so are we starting Cooper Rush? Is that what's going on?
So fun fact about this game, Dak got hurt. CeeDee Lamb got hurt.
Yeah.
Dude. Poor Lamb. He got his shoulder, what was it, disconnected? He landed on it, twice in a row.
He came down on it and was like, I'm super banged up. I don't think I'm cool.
And then he didn't even go out that play. He stayed in for the play, and then the next play, he was like, no, really, this shit's falling off.
Realsies.
Hey, you see him going to a teammate, hey, bro, could you pull this into place? That'd be great. It was not good for my man.
He caught a 2-point conversion though, with it hurt. And
then
he
landed on it again.
He wasn't done with it. He wasn't done playing for the team.
He made a diving catch he tried to make a diving catch in the end zone, came down and again, and then he was like, for reals, he's like, no, all right, now I'm done for real. Dak is hurt, I'm hurt. I'm not gonna power through this for Cooper Rush. So then he went out. Rico Dowell had himself a game. That
touchdown catch was ridiculous, dude. It was crazy.
Ridiculous.
I thought he was going to drop it for sure.
Definitely running like he wanted to. But you see, so Ezekiel Elliott, apparently he missed 3 team meetings, so he didn't even show up to this game, which is not a good look for your, supposed savior running back to just not show up to meetings and then just miss games just because he didn't want to, or they told him not to because he missed all the team meetings.
What?
There's definitely some locker room issues. The last couple games we've seen CD beefing with Dak. Dak was seen on the sideline after he got taken out. I don't know if he got hurt or he just took himself out.
The lips reading on this is a little ridiculous. The whole internet's he's saying they're trash. I'm like, I don't know. Are you guys all expert reading? It didn't look that clear to me.
It didn't look like he was happy about any of it.
Sure.
Which understandable. We're on a bad slide. We have no running back. Our defense is definitely banged up, and we got dudes blowing coverage. I feel like every time I look at what's his name? At Trayvon Diggs, he's not out here making these wild interceptions like he was before his injury. He's just getting his coverage blown. Did you see the one touchdown where the guy was just miles and miles from anyone vaguely interested in tackling him? And it wasn't anything.
He jogged in. It was
Mooney is fast, dude. To be fair, Mooney is very fast, but
because
he's also getting ridiculous.
I'm not sure who fucked up because obviously we don't know the defense. We don't know what was supposed to happen. But it was 3-on-3. Diggs hits the middle guy. The middle guy stays with his middle guy. The end guy just stays with the end guy. So this guy goes free. Diggs then realizes, oh shit, that guy's free, and tries to go catch him. I don't know if they were all supposed to bump down and just the other 2 corners noobed it, or if Diggs really was supposed to go over and then he was just well, I'm just going to press this guy. Miscommunication among those 3 corners, and my man, just wide open. He literally just jogged in. He did show some speed on the wheel route, but then it was just jogging to the end zone.
Tough times, dude, and no one likes to see the Atlanta Falcons at 7-3. 6-3, whatever. I'm mad about it.
You know what was interesting though is after Dak tapped out and they brought in the backup, like he scored.
Rush
down.
time.
Yeah, good old Cooper Rush got a touchdown too.
It took 3 downs to get 1 touchdown, and then, or I'm sorry, 3 quarters, and then Rush got 1 and 1. But also, like, you're up against their backup defense. Like, I don't think they really had starters in at that point, you know.
This was still pretty close.
It was still,
I mean,
they thought they had it, right? And then I think once he scored, they were like, "Oh shit, it's a touchdown away."
Could be. Either way, rough game by the Cowboys, and it's not looking great with the way those 2 contracts are constructed for Dak and for CeeDee Lamb. We're at something crazy, like they're taking up 49% of the salary cap next year. I don't understand how you're supposed to build a team when you're
really Lamb's getting paid like that.
Oh yeah, him and Dak, and so it's like if you're paying both these guys 49%
because they're hoping
of
for
your
that
cap.
Sweet connection that Aikman and Irving had.
Yeah.
Yep, but instead they're not quite getting
hate
that.
each other.
Yeah, they're not getting it right now, and that's a real problem because, you're paying them all the money. So I don't understand how you're going to pay anybody else. But yeah, something for other people who make more money than me to figure out. Anyway, tough times for the Cowboys and for the
Rico Dowell, though, had himself a game. He was looking like a guy when everyone else wanted to take the day off. So good for Dowell.
Yeah. 12 carries for 72 yards. Sounds like they just need to stick with him.
And a touchdown.
Yeah. All right. Well, Denver got exposed, Corey. It's sad. I'm sad for that good sport. I'm sad for.
Exposed.
I'm just, it's sad. Bo Nix did have a cool touchdown catch in this game, and I know that's what Bronco fans are holding on to for dear life.
Like, look at Bo Nix get a touchdown catch.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. He didn't throw one, but he did go catch one, Christopher.
It was also a weird jumping body catch instead of hands in front of you. But whatever, bro. Touchdown.
Quarterback caught a touchdown.
Yeah, and jumped in front of a defender to do it too. So
hilarious.
They're gonna hang on to anything they can to be happy about.
Man, serve me that weird shit. I'm here for it.
Absolutely, it was the old Philly special. It was pretty cool.
19 of 33 completions for your boy.
Not terrible. Let's be honest, that's not terrible.
I love that. I love the 2 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 for 1 out of Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
You'll 2-yard pass. We're here for it.
Cortland Sutton had a decent day. You got 122. What a lot of people point out is like, who the heck is Bo Nix throwing it to? And now he's got Javonte Williams. He's got Cortland Sutton. But we've talked about it on this show. It's been mentioned. He just doesn't have the biggest name receivers over there, Chris. Like guys that would be like number 2s or 3s on other teams. Or his number 1.
Really?
So that's kind of what a lot of the problem.
Dude, it's so crazy, the whole lottery of injuries. It's you could be like the best fucking guy, and one random unfortunate little play like fucking completely changes your trajectory. If not for your whole career, then possibly months or years.
It completely fucks the whole dynamic. It's crazy out here.
It's fucking wild.
What happened to the Bucs?
Dude.
Like we'll get
so
to it in a little
random.
While. But they're out our top 3 receivers this last game. So it's just tough.
Damn, you guys lost someone else?
Yeah, rookie Jalen McMillan didn't play that game because he was having hamstring injuries, which we're going to get into it, but we'll talk about it then. Anyway, Denver Broncos got exposed, could not figure it out, but you know what, dude? Everyone's getting exposed.
41.
Baltimore is scary.
41 on what was the number 1 defense in the league.
Yeah.
That's fucking
That's the
wild,
biggest part.
Dude.
That's why I would say they got exposed. It wasn't because Bo Nix couldn't do anything, whatever.
No, we've known they're at this record because their defense has been crazy. But
exactly.
So that's why 41 on them is not something I expected.
Dude, Baltimore is just terrifying. I think they might be the best team, but you guys got to fucking find a way to win games that matter. You got to find a way to beat the Chiefs. You can't lose to Cleveland.
Right.
So these are all little things that need to clean up, and they need to find a way to fucking beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, most importantly. Good Lord, Lamar. Save us from the three-peat. Anyway, so Miami goes to Buffalo. This is Buffalo has mostly been dominated this rivalry, so it's good to see some fight out of the Dolphins. This was close. Tua played a good game. but ultimately Josh Allen does enough to get the boys over on a 61
You know what?
yard
I'm happy for
field
Buffalo.
goal.
That's all they have. Buffalo sucks so bad. I've seen that fucking town. It's bullshit. All they have is football.
There you go.
And their team's finally good. Their
team's finally good. Didn't get much of a run to help Josh Allen out, but he gets enough done with on his own runs. Not really, actually, he didn't have any runs. But they found a way, Corey, and they went on a freaking 61-yard field goal from Tyler Bass. So that's pretty hardcore.
I saw that. That's I'm happy about it because kind of fuck the Dolphins, and also Buffalo's just they're a New York team. They're in the fold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 61-yarder on by Mr. Tyler Bass. Good for him. A lot of touchdowns in these last 4 drives were all touchdowns, dude. This one was out of control. The last little while there, just piles and piles of touchdowns. A fumble by Miami, quite costly. But yeah, good old shootout over there in the AFC East.
It's fun to see Tua back with that team. Finally putting up some points.
Yeah, and he's alive, not getting hurt and sliding now. It's all really fun.
Dude, because also you gotta imagine he's had we're now fairly late in the season. We're 11 games in. So if your quarterback had 4 games to just chill and let all his injuries heal, that's it's got to count. I mean, it's not going to do you any good because
they're likely out of it at 2-6.
Yeah, 2-6. They're probably done so, but they might have a nice home stretch here with Tua being healthy.
Speaking of teams who are done so, this loss, Chris, was bad enough that the Saints finally fired Dennis Allen. They're like, we've seen enough, Dennis.
Not Dennis Allen.
Our boy Dennis Allen is out.
Oh, Dennis.
And I am sad to see him go as well, Chris.
What's Dennis going to do now, though?
He'll probably go get paid millions of dollars to be a defensive coordinator somewhere.
Wow. Get after it.
Hopefully he comes to the Cowboys. We'll take him. We need somebody. Clearly, we don't know.
Mike Zimmer is not working out, huh?
I mean, no, not at all.
It doesn't appear to be.
We're apparently the worst tackling defense this season. We were the best tackling defense last season. We're now the worst tackling defense because nobody fucking wraps their hits.
And what? That's the coaches not doing the right drills in practice?
Or putting the guys in the wrong position, your team culture, it's the same dudes. The dudes don't forget how to tackle.
Right, exactly. They've been tackling since they were in Pee Wee. Why are they not doing it now?
It's probably a culture thing. Sounds like there's something weird going on.
They're like, meh, it's over. This guy trucked me. My life sucks.
Sounds like a lot of pity party going on over there.
Say about that. I mean, you've been tackling since you're in Pee Wee, and now you forget. Now that you're in the big time,
it's complicated.
Steven, I have some great news for you, though. I just saw this on Instagram. I've been scrolling through, looking at all the trade deadlines, all the exciting things happening.
Oh yeah, Marshawn Lattimore out of there.
Marshawn Lattimore traded out of there.
Love it.
Off to the Commanders. So
thank you
don't have to deal with that jerk twice a year
anymore.
Don't
have to deal with that asshole, and good riddance to him. Commanders get really scary with that addition of Marshawn Lattimore. That's an excellent addition for them.
Yeah, I don't know who
they had. That's so fucking pretentious of Washington to take that name. The Commanders.
I mean,
you fucking twat. You're supposed to be the servants.
Well, either way, we mostly have it as that they're commies, Chris. Communists, which kind of also checks out for Washington.
And
that was already taken.
Well, so they're Commanders, so you can see it either way. But people are calling them the commies.
People are calling them the commies unless you're a Commanders fan. Then they're the commies.
Oh, that's fun. I kind of like that.
It's just a nice little roast 'em type name.
Yeah, no, it's fun, and they got the right colors for it.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm here for it. The commies. That works for me.
Yeah.
I learned something new tonight.
I'm glad we got to brighten your day there, Chris.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know what else? The Carolina Panthers find win number 2. Bryce Young gets a very needed win. I don't know if I've ever seen a young man need a win more than Mr. Bryce Young. God damn, he's a fun dude. Finally gets his first win of the season as the starting quarterback. Gets it against the Saints. It's that's enough to get Dennis Allen fired. They're like, dude, Bryce beat you. We
lost to Bryce, my guy.
We gotta fire you, bro. Chuba Hubbard, 2 touchdowns on the day. He is the shining light down there in Carolina. I love to see this. I love to see this. Fuck the Saints. They're a terrible organization. They're in cap hell. I love to see it.
And that's with Derek Carr being back. Like, Derek Carr was here for this game.
Yeah.
And,
he set an NFL record too, Corey. The first quarterback, Chris, in NFL history to lose to 31 different NFL teams.
Oh, that's rough. Dude, it's so wild how they keep every little stat.
Everything that's ever
guess
happened.
What? You're the first loser to be this big of a loser. He's like, fantastic. Glad to get my name on a board.
I wonder who the one team he hasn't lost to is.
Probably the Raiders. I don't know if the Saints have played the Raiders yet.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, what team the Raiders, lost the most ever of all time?
Oh, that's the Buccaneers. Actually, it's really sad.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think they were like some other sport. It was like as far as professional sports across all sports, the Buccaneers are pretty much at the very bottom of the bottom.
Well, that's fine, but they still have a couple Super Bowls.
We got 2 Super Bowls, baby. It don't matter.
What, isn't it like 2?
Yeah, we got 2. It's ridiculous.
That's right.
We're like the most
we win a lot, and then we lose.
Still don't have one.
We have we're like the losers franchise of all franchises, but yet we got 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, and the Buffalo Bills will never fucking win one.
That's true. Well, I don't know about that, but they don't have any.
They got none. And all they have is football.
Super Bowl poor teams, dude.
Fuck
the Saints,
dude.
Hey, between both these teams, they only got 1. So take that, NFC South. The whole rest of the NFC South combined has 1. Noobs.
So, I forgot what I was going to say. But I'm here for it. Fuck Buffalo.
Fuck, let's go, Carolina. Got their second win of the season. Bryce Young.
And
gets it done.
Brady, the greatest of all time, wore a Buccaneers jersey.
He sure did, Chris.
Didn't Brady win didn't he beat all 32 teams when he went back and beat the Patriots?
Yeah, I think so.
So Derek Carr has the opposite stat of Tom Brady.
Oh my God, dude!
Pretty much.
You know what's super funny? While we're talking about fucking Brady, so his divorced wife Gisele Bündchen, who used to be a Victoria's Secret model, and then really her best work was marrying the greatest quarterback of all time.
I think
that one
she's so
movie
dumb.
where she was a Brazilian bank robber.
Tom Brady with some random jiu-jitsu instructor that is not even good enough to be competing anywhere. Like, his name was completely unknown because he's not even competing in jiu-jitsu tournaments. Anyway, so he knocked Giselle up. They're about to have a kid.
Yeah. I think we may have covered this on the show at some point.
Your half sibling is like Tom Brady's kid, and your dad is like some random guy that no one even
Brazilian
knows.
Fellow.
Yeah. Plus, you're 5-10 years younger than all these kids too.
But he's also good luck finding with them. Okay.
Yeah, no, for sure. His mom is Giselle. She, to her defense, whatever that movie was where she was a Brazilian bank robber, that was.
Wait, she was in a movie?
Yeah, what was it? Taxi. I think it was Taxi.
Nice. Okay, good for her. All right.
That was probably her best work. She looks ridiculous.
I think she owns some clothing company, and she makes buku bucks. I'm pretty sure Brady took so many pay cuts because she was
top of the food chain forever.
Right.
If she didn't make something out of that, then she's
got it going on. That kid will be fine. But it is definitely amusing that your siblings have
literally
Tom Brady as their father.
She was running the fashion world for years.
What's really fun about this though is we'll basically get to see just the reality of nature versus nurture. How important is it the dad's DNA because it's the same mom.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
And you know what? Sports by Compian will continue to monitor that situation and give you guys vague details.
We will keep an eye on what's going on with those children.
And we'll give you vaguely correct.
Back on the field, Corey. And speaking of football, the Raiders. Do you guys remember Desmond Ridder over there with the Falcons? Now he has found a third string job here with the Raiders, and they've just seen enough out of Minshew, which I hate this, Corey. We all wanted Minshew Media to be successful at clearly not been successful.
So
over there in Vegas.
a very strange gentleman who was ranting to me. His wife was a Cowboys fan, so his wife was talking to me about football. He wanted to be part of the club, and he was talking to me about Raiders in like the 2000s. Like he's telling me about Josh Gruden going to the Bucks, and then like once I realized the time period we're talking about, I kind of mentally check out because this dude didn't know who any of the current people were. He didn't know what the fuck was going on, but he's telling me about like this ancient history, and I'm like, sounds real bad, my guy. Anyway,
Not only that, but dude, tell him about how he tried to bet you about the onside kick.
So whenever it's like the Cowboys have we score, we got to get the ball back. I'm like, all right, cool. We do the onside kick here. You know, we get the ball back. We can still win. He's like, onside kick, $2, and like goes to give me a handshake, and I'm like, you're betting they're not gonna do an onside kick? Like as they're lining up to do an onside kick, and I'm like, I think they're going to. He's like, I think they're going to too, and I'm like, but you're gonna pay me $2 when they do this. He's like, no bet then, and I'm like, they're obviously doing an onside kick, my guy.
Like, it was the most random drunken bar guy shit. It was like, bro, and this guy had come in with like scratch off celebrating like a $50 win.
Hell yeah,
bro,
dude, let's go.
I'm
dive
sure
bar
this
activities
dude
for
has
sure.
bets on what's going on like the horse track. Like he probably knows what dogs are racing.
And so I was trying to educate them on the glory that is Gardner Minshew. I was like, but have you seen how glorious your quarterback is? And they're like, no, what? Like, who is he? And I'm like, he's Gardner Minshew. He's got the flowing locks. He's got the mustache. He lives in a van. And then I realized I'm describing this girl's so it was like this girl who's a Cowboys fan, her husband who's like a Raiders fan in the early 2000s, and the gay friend. And I realized partway through describing Gardner Minshew, I'm describing the gay friend, and I'm like, oh no, does this guy think that now I'm like describing him as the quarterback because he also was a dude with long hair and a mustache, so it got a little weird.
And he lived in a van.
He didn't live in a van, but Gardner Minshew does. Well, we don't know for sure. That's true. He might live in a van.
The truth is, I wouldn't be surprised. But the only river is kind of big, and you can't really park a van by it. So he might have just been living in a van.
But Gardner Minshew definitely lived in a van during the offseason. We know this for a fact. And they were unimpressed, and he got benched. It was real sad stuff for Gardner Minshew. But Desmond
what a rough year.
Gardner Minshew Desmond Ridder did pretend like he knew football, which was cool.
Did he though? He threw like 74 yards.
And a touchdown.
Yeah,
garbage time because they were down by a lot. So maybe he doesn't know football. I don't know. I wasn't paying that close attention. At that point, I was mostly dreading life watching the Cowboys get wrecked.
Fair enough. Joe Burrow threw for 5 touchdowns, though. I think that guy knows how to play football.
He's in his late season form, so he's just gonna, take over the league and all of a sudden become a threat.
But also another guy who needs to figure out, like he's done it before, but you need to beat Patrick Mahomes again. We all know it's gonna end up. All these guys need to accept in their heart that the past 2 Super Bowls through Kansas City, and we need one of you guys to do it. I don't want it, man. I don't want them in another Super Bowl. Please don't.
Well,
please don't.
When we get to them, I'll tell you a fun little factoid we got going with them.
All right, great. Again, waiting for factoids about fucking Chiefs. Fucking gross. The whole thing's just gross. Anyway, the Chargers get it done. Our boy Winston comes crashing back to earth. I was hoping it wouldn't be this soon.
You hate to see it. I wanted Winston to be the guy.
Oh, we all do?
I wanted his
dude. I kind of like those pale Charger uniforms, like the whole lot of white and pale blue. It's kind of sexy.
I'm not mad at it either. But how sad are you about our boy Jameis throwing 3 interceptions and kind of crashing back to earth? What is a see-through horn? Oh no, it's just a glass. Never mind.
Dude, he threw interception 100. Interception.
Yeah! It's time for Sports by Compian 100. Let's go, Winston.
He's in tune with us, man. We're in sync.
We're in sync, Winston. This is great. So we need to send them better vibes, apparently. To be fair, I think the Chargers defense is pretty good, or at least they're having a good day.
Better vibes. Like last week, we were singing his praises. We were like, "Hell yeah, he's back."
We tried, dude. But this Chargers D line was eating him alive. This my boy over here who I definitely can't pronounce his name got 2.5 sacks. Mr. Two. Anyway, and also Morgan Fox gets 2, Khalil Mack gets 1. Cam Hart, all the boys are getting in on the action. Corey, it was tough times, lots of tackles for loss. Nick Chubb could not get the ball going in the run game, which is actually a bummer for my fantasy as well. Cedric Tillman continues to be the number one option over there, though. 6 receptions of the day, 75 yards, touchdown, still pretty good. But he doesn't really have anybody else. He's like, so does Jerry Jeudy. Like, imagine having to target Jerry Jeudy 11 times. That's sad.
Broncos quarterbacks know all about it.
Yeah, man.
That's 7 receptions. Is that 7 receptions on 7 targets?
On 11 targets.
11 targets.
It's a lot of targets. Yeah. It's a lot of targets. So he's throwing it to pretty much Cedric and Jeudy on just about every play, which I never know when to force it to just a couple of receivers. This is absolute madness, Corey. I'm shocked. Anyway.
Never. He's so good at distributing the ball and finding safe places for it. He would never put the ball in harm's way.
Another stud young quarterback who needs to figure out a way to get through Kansas City to get to the Super Bowl. Mr. Justin Herbert has himself a splendid day at the office. He is just meshing so well with Jim Harbaugh. They're looking really good over here with the Chargers, dude. I'd love to see it. I'm excited about what you guys can do. Quentin Johnson left wide the fuck open on that one touchdown grab. He's starting to mesh well with Herbert. Lab McCourty again had another good day.
Talk about like a team that does have like a good culture. Like whatever
Mm-hmm.
they had going on with the worm, where they are all just doing the worm is turning. I don't know what that was, but it seemed like it was good locker room metaphors that they were building.
Yep.
And it was the worm is turning.
Chris.
We don't know what that means, but the
We're
worm is
bringing them
turning.
together, Chris. Look, you see them? They're meshing. Chris.
Yes.
Right at the right time.
Yes.
Right at the right time.
You know what? Everyone appreciates a team dance. That always shows up on the highlights.
That's true.
I don't know why they don't do more of that in practice. Like, let's plan for success, boys. When we're kicking ass, how are we gonna dance, my lads?
How are we gonna dance, man? How are we gonna get on the highlight reel?
Let's
people know
figure
we're
it
dangerous.
out, dudes. Let's
I can
get some
respect
sweet
that.
moves going, dude.
Speaking of respect, the Commanders are starting to really demand some respect. Those commies out there.
The commies. Wait, what happened with the commies?
The commies are looking really good this year, dude.
We saw this, remember?
Oh, fuck those guys. I don't even like them.
They were running it for a while, dude. The Giants brought it back in the fourth quarter, made it a lot closer. But the Commanders had the lead for a good while in this game. They're starting to mesh well. They don't even have Brian for this game. Brian Robinson.
I was vaguely paying attention to this game because it was like on in the second window while the Cowboys were getting wrecked, and I was going on a date later that night with a girl that was at that game.
How did that go?
The date went great.
Nice, fantastic.
But it was fun. Like later on, she messages me. She's like, "Yeah, both of our teams suck. Let's go get drunk." And I was like, "I'm already drunk." So,
I'll meet you halfway there.
Exactly. So yeah, no, it was a very pleasant dinner. You know, she lives walking distance, so I was a fan of it.
The sushi place, how was that?
Oh, dude, great food. I was into it, and also
fantastic.
I don't really have any concept of where it was because I was mostly just drunkenly walking in her direction and then drunkenly walking in another direction.
Don't tell us all your secrets.
Why?
All right. Either way, guys, what I want to say about this is the Commanders are looking good this year.
I hate that for them.
One thing I think would be hilarious is
I wish they would lose more.
If Luke McCaffrey...
Hopefully it goes terribly for them and all the good players get hurt.
If Luke McCaffrey came out and got a ring before his brother, who's like just widely considered one of the best running backs in the league right now, and then he just comes in as a rookie and gets it with the Commanders, that'd be so epic.
Yeah, well, that'd be even crazier if Jaden Daniels goes over the Super Bowl in his rookie year. I don't know if they're good enough for that, but I guess we'll find out.
I feel like all the pain Washington has inflicted on us recently, they don't deserve to have their team do well.
I feel like you're putting a lot of misplaced anger at this Commanders team. It is election day, so it might be warranted. But nonetheless, it's not Dan Quinn's fault. He's just trying to win games.
I want him to come back to the Cowboys.
Compian Sports does not condone and support the opinions of Chris Compian in particular. Chris Compian is sailing his own sailboat, and it's flying a black flag.
What? Oh, no. Hey, Corey, at least Daniel Jones finally got a touchdown and the Meadowlands. At least that streak is finally
It took him a while, but he got there.
He got a couple, too. Good for him, dude. Attaboy, Danny. The Giants are kind of a mess. They've been a mess. I think their boys.
And he had that really badass touch. I think that might be the touchdown you're talking about, where he ran through two guys.
I think that was the first one, and then he was doing another two after that.
Nice. But yeah,
that was a badass touchdown. Yeah, you're right. He did.
Right.
Shout out to him. He did run over two guys on the command. Two commies. Just ran them right over, Chris. You love it.
Through a shoulder and a stiff arm, and then jogged into the end zone. You love to see it.
It was pretty cool. Anyway, oh yeah. So I picked the Patriots for this score. My picks were terrible this week. It was really sad. The Patriots probably should have won this. I don't understand what's going on with them. Drake May had a really sick ass touchdown though to set this into overtime. Like that was wild. My man was like being chased by all different angles, throwing dudes off him as he's like dying. He barely gets off the pass to fucking Ramondre Stevenson. Sends them into overtime. Very dramatic.
Hunter Henry got like shoved out of bounds, so he's just like chilling in the back of the end zone, like, no, don't throw me the ball. I'm not eligible.
That's funny. But yeah, dude, Ramondre couldn't run the ball to save his fucking life. 10 carries for 16 yards. But Drake May was like, no worries, dude. I'll just carry it for you. Tried to carry the team in general, but not quite enough. 2 interceptions of the day. The last one was just kind of him throwing it up because it was the end of the game and he needed to make something happen. But Mason Rudolph does just enough. 240 on the day. It's not terrible anywhere, dude.
I mean, you got Tony Pollard and you got Mason Rudolph, who's passable, and I mean, it's not like the Patriots really have a team, so it's really
Pollard had 128 yards is a good day at the office for sure.
Yeah, didn't Ridley get traded, or was there just a lot of talk of trading him? No, they traded out DeAndre Hopkins. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Hopkins is off. We'll get to him. He had a fun little day.
Dude, I picked him up in fantasy, but I put in the waiver, but somebody who was worse than me got him because that's how waivers work.
That is how it works. Anyway, Christopher, that was it for them. The Titans get a win. Patriots do not. Both these teams find themselves at 2-7 and 2-6 now. To scrap. I feel like there's some serious. Like there's the really good teams.
Nice.
So I appreciate that
because my cousin I don't like is a Patriots fan, so I'm happy anytime his team loses.
That, Pats. I think everyone has some Patriots fan they don't like.
We do love Cooper. They just don't like the Patriots friend of the show, though. Sorry, Cooper, friend of the show. We're sad about this for you, but other than that, whatever. Bears fans, you guys got to be tough with this one. Get put to a proper test these last 2 weeks, and it has not been good for them, Corey. After the tough game against the Commanders, they just got absolutely murked by the Cardinals. Dude, there was a play where I think it was like the end of the half, and the Bears dropped everyone into coverage type of thing. Like they hand the ball off to their rookie running back. What's the dude's name? I don't know if he's a rookie, but Mr. DiCardio, and he just takes it to the house. It was just the most ridiculous thing. I couldn't even really describe. Great blocking for sure, but it also just looked like what would the Bears doing on this play? How do you give up a fucking 70-yard touchdown run or 60, whatever it was, to end the game?
But it was in prevent defense, right? But
still,
I think that's what it was. They didn't have anyone up front, and prevent defense is such garbage. I don't know why anyone does it. Everyone gets fucking torched on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they apparently just run all over them on it. So.
Well,
but yeah, good day at the offensive general. We're ready to ball Carolina. The Cardinals, they had almost 200 yards rushing, it looks like. They just that was enough to just absolutely ball these poor Bears. Wow. Caleb has struggled on offense. He had a couple yards passing for sure, but apparently their offense doesn't look great right now. Kind of struggling to figure their life out, Corey. And Chris, I don't know how you guys feel about that. It's kind of sad.
Keenan Allen, not. Damn, 10 targets? Keenan Allen dropping balls out here, bro.
Yeah, I bet Caleb is having a hard time getting it to him right now.
But also, look at his options. You got DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. I saw a play where, like DJ Moore just walks off the field mid-play. He's
Yeah,
just
I don't
like,
know what that
"Ah."
was about. I have no idea what's going on there. That was strange.
I wanted, like, I had just seen the clip of like Hunter Henry where he like stepped out the back of the end zone and was like, "Oh, I'm ineligible." So he like, he like basically said like, "No, don't throw me the ball." So when I saw that, then I saw this clip, I was like, I guess he was kind of doing like a comeback route. Maybe he knew that he stepped out and he was like, "Ah, fuck it, I'm not gonna hang out to block. I'm just gonna go sit down." Like, I don't know. It was wild to see.
I've never seen that. That was crazy.
Somebody just give up on the play. Will the play's happening? Like, at least hang out to block. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, you're paid. Do this.
It was weird. It was really weird. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up here before we all die. But to be fair, the Cardinals take care of business. Chris, can you believe that? Out there in the desert, taking care of business still.
Taking care of business.
Philly jumped out to an early lead, and then Jacksonville really came back in the second half here. So shout out Jacksonville for coming back, but ultimately the Eagles looked good. We had Barkley pretty much jump over a dude, just absolute highlight reel play. It's all over the internet. You guys have all seen it, but still pretty fucking cool. He was just like, fuck gravity, fuck getting tackled, all that shit sucks.
I'm over all of that. I don't want to do it. Not today. I'm busy that day. Gravity, tomorrow. Today,
tough day at the office
over people backwards.
Right. Tough day at the office for anyone who was starting Trevor Lawrence in fantasy football. That's real tough times. Yeah, he couldn't get it done. Not really much to say about this one, Corey, other than, of course, Barkley jumping the fuck over somebody was pretty fucking cool. The 27 carries for 159 yards. He is fucking balling out this last 2 weeks. You love to see it.
I just want to see Trevor's like targets versus catches. Or like attempts.
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
Let's
6.
see.
Oh, jeez, that's not good.
Not quite 50%. Yeah, around 50% or so. Tough, man.
Was it bad?
Catches.
I didn't watch the game. Was it bad passes? Like drop balls? What do we?
It was on red zone for me too, so I didn't get to see. But like we said, and always have said here at Sports by Compian, vague details.
Vague details. We don't know. We don't know why he had such a tough day at the office, but
we don't know
nobody
why.
was catching.
I can tell you that didn't help that Tank Beasley had 20 yards. 20 yards carry the football. I started him with fantasy 2.2 yards.
Game. Really depending on that passing
game. It's really
game.
hard, dude. You gotta have it. When Tank does well, this whole team moves. So whenever he's not doing well, it's a real hard day at the office for them, and that's what we're seeing here.
Checks out.
All right. Chris, would you like to hop off with this one? You don't have to close out with us. We do appreciate you hopping on for here on episode 100, but you also are not obliged to finish should you choose not to.
Well, I'm sorry. What was that? You want to talk about fighting things?
Fighting things, Chris.
Fighting things, Chris. What do you have to say about the fight world here while we're in the midst of the football world?
So, we got the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson boxing match.
Is that still happening?
Yeah, that's happening November 15th. It's going to be a Netflix thing, dude. It's going to be a Netflix live event.
Wow.
Wait. Give me that date again.
November 15th.
Oh, shit. That's not this Friday, but next Friday.
Yeah, something like that. That's coming right up. Dude, in Bryant Park, they had these two massive blow-up figures of Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. They had like their tattoos down, dude, to like an artistic point. It was crazy.
I thought that got called off. I didn't know that was still happening.
It got called off and then it got put back on.
They realized it was too much money to let it go.
Dude, so
Netflix
much
picked it up.
money.
Netflix was
so
like,
crazy.
We'll take that.
Mike Tyson is 58 years old. 58 years old, and he's going to box a guy who, oh my God, what is Jake Paul? He's in his lower 30s. He's in his fucking prime.
20s, dude.
It's
He's
crazy.
younger than me. He's like 26, 27, maybe. I think. I don't know. Vague details again.
No, dude. I think he's in his lower 30s. This is insane. I don't even know how old Jake Paul is.
I think we're at the point now people are tuning into this fight in hopes that they get
either
to see
way, dude,
Jake
I
Paul
think you become a senior citizen at 55.
He's 27, dude. He's 27.
So he's literally boxing a senior citizen.
He's
not a great look, Jake. And also, everyone's only tuning in hopes of seeing him get knocked out. which I guess is the marketing that's been working for him for a while. So
you know what? Hasn't he been riding that his whole fucking boxing
his whole career, yeah.
And
They
you
started
know
off
what?
on
That's
Vine
the
just being funny
surfboard
dudes.
Conor McGregor rode into stardom. You know,
True.
Everyone's all like, "Oh, he's
People preying
talking
on your
so
downfall
much shit.
is
I want to see
successful.
him get knocked out." And instead, he sleeps Jose Aldo in like a second when like he manages to rile Aldo so much up during the lead up to the fight that he just charges him without caution or sense.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was really a case of
Dude,
getting into a dude's head.
that was a victory before the fight. That's crazy. And Conor did that to a few of his opponents.
Yeah, he did. Dustin Poirier, probably.
Yep. He fucking anyway. Oh, speaking of Conor, do you mind if we jump into some BKFC since we're talking about boxing? How about the no gloves stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just wrap up this NFL thing. In the interest of time, we're not going to cover these last couple games.
Yeah, we're doing
which
NFL
it
things.
really is unnecessary anyway. The Lions take care of business against the Packers in Lambeau. Tough time for Packers fans. Love didn't look great in this game. Maybe still struggling from injury. Rams with a massive, crazy win. Deep chuck from Stafford to Robinson at the end of the game. Looked dope. Really cool win for the
got
Rams.
ejected because he punched a guy.
The Rams are right back in it, dude. Good for them. Anyway, the Colts did not look good, dude. Joe Flacco, our boy Flacco, looked
I lost
pretty
money
terrible
because
out there.
Flacco couldn't get 200 yards.
It was insane, dude.
Nobody
saw it.
Hold on.
I did not see that coming. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. It was kind of a bummer for us. But apparently we're going back to Richardson. Colts are kind of a mess. Vikings find a way to get a win after skidding a couple games here. And then this one, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Kansas City Chiefs, Monday Night Football. Dude, honestly, lots of things can be said about this. I was really, really mad at the refs. In hindsight, whatever. We didn't do enough to win this game. But that fucking phantom face mask call on Tristan Wirth was bullshit. Drive killer. We ended up settling for a field goal there, and they never looked back after that and immediately took control of the game. So that was tough. I don't feel like the Chiefs ever get any kind of penalties whatsoever on them. I do think their fans are some of the most insufferable people out there. So I really would love for this franchise to crash and burn. That would make me happy. I thought we might see a little respite of Mahomes going out for a little while. But no, he came right back in and continues to do cool stuff. Todd Bowles doesn't go for two after we get the touchdown to tie, which amazing drive out of Baker. Dude, Baker's just out here doing shit with absolutely nobody to fucking throw it to. Everybody's injured. Our rookie Jalen McMillan is out on this game with a hamstring. And there's some speculation that Baker wasn't happy with him, and a lot of people in the organization were like, So I'm wondering how serious his injury was, and if he was just being a little bitch about playing. And again, we really, really could have used him. But we still can't Trey Palmer still can't get on the field, even with all of our receivers injured and out. Raheem Jarrett, who had a great game the previous week, super quiet this game. Tate Otten does his thing, but he can't be the only one, Corey. Sterling Shepard with some cool catches on that last drive. Dude, our defense
number one receiver, so that's tough.
The defense finally did some stuff. There was finally some sacks out of the boys, which was great to see. Vita Vea had a monster game with 11 tackles overall, 2 sacks. It was really cool to see, man. So he tried his damnedest. Fucking Levante David looks tired out there, dude. It's just been tough for him. Like, he just has to do so much work, and he just looks like he's getting tired. It's not showing up like it should anymore. Josh Hayes is also not the answer at corner. We're a mess. Dude, Winfield needs to start playing like the highest paid safety in the league. Like, he had to play against that Hopkins one, the deep pass to Hopkins. You gotta break this up, Winfield. He's just sitting there at the bottom looking up at it. And Hopkins goes up in high points as high paid players should. And it's just a dude, you gotta break that up. Like, Josh is getting burnt. Yeah, but that's Josh. No one was expecting much from him. You're a fucking expensive safety. We expect you to break this up. Would have been huge. Right. Would have forced him to a field goal.
If the safety's there, you expect the safety to
we can just never get off the field.
Or light up the corner. Or light up the receiver.
Yeah, and everyone's mad about the overtime rules, and that's fair, but it's also, we play some fucking defense? Christ. They had no gas that last drive. Kansas City just marches down the field. Pretty much everyone knew the game was over as soon as they won the toss. Tough pill for the Bucs to swallow because they did fight. This is probably the best we've looked in the last 3 to 4 weeks. Really, really took it to these Chiefs. Probably should have won. Didn't do enough to get it done, though. Patrick Mahomes and the boys find ways to win these close games. It's what they fucking do. I hate them. They suck, but they do find ways to win these games. They're 8-0 now. It's just all fucking gross. And that's all I have to say about that, frankly. But yes.
That's
Chris,
all I got to say about it, too.
Tell us about the BK. You said BK bare knuckle boxing, right? Is it bare knuckle? BKB?
Just BK68. I just wanted to talk about the one headliner fight. This heavyweight fight was fucking crazy, dude. It's Aggie Faulkner
Hold on.
versus David Oscar. So that's probably an upcoming one. Yeah, it just happened. Aggie Faulkner versus David Oscar. It's BKFC 68.
Yeah, I got it.
So anyway, so it's heavyweights, right? So it's for the European heavyweight title, and our boy Conor McGregor is there since they gave him a piece of the company pretty much just for being there and doing promotion, which he loves anyway. He loves being in front of the camera, and now he doesn't even have to throw hands with anyone to be in front of a camera. He is fucking loving it, dude. It's so great. He's in there with the belt, and he's holding it like it's like when they're introducing the fighters. He's there holding it like it's his fucking belt. Oh my god, dude. I fucking love Conor. He was built for this shit.
That is actually that's a perfect position for him.
Oh my god, dude. It's so great. It's like watching a goldfish swim. Anyway. So
nice.
On to the actual fight. This guy, Aggie Faulkner, he's British. He's 4-0. And this other guy, David Oscar, is Polish. Definitely large, brolic dudes. Right off the bat, dude, they're going right the fuck at it. Like, Oscar knocks him down right away with this big uppercut. It's fucking crazy. He gets up, like, seconds later, knocks Oscar down one time. Dude gets up, like, reeling, like, super fucked up. He gets, like, his 8 count. He gets back in it. Gets knocked out again. Dude, he knocks him down 3 times in the first round. And this guy is, like, a mess. He's only on his feet because he's a fucking barbarian. Like, this guy is insane.
Just keep putting him down. Get back up. Keep putting him down.
Dude, it's wild. And he's like falling all over the ring, and the ref is like, "Yeah, you're good. Go get him.
Go get him, cowboy."
Bro, it's wild. So anyway, then like just as the first round is ending, the British guy clocks him with this huge right hand right on the chin, and dude, it's almost like a comic book. Like the dude's hands like drop down and he's just kind of reeling, and there's enough time for the British guy to swing at him again, but he misses him only because he's already like falling straight backward like a tree. It's fucking hilarious. And then the ref is all mad because he's like, that was after the bell, which I don't think so. I think it might have been like right on the bell. It was close enough that it was weird. But like the ref chooses that to be mad about instead of like acknowledging that he let this guy get knocked down fucking 4 times in a row. And like, yeah, you're good, bro. Keep going. It's fucking nuts, dude. So anyway, that's the end of round 1. Is this guy falling backward like a tree. And
literally knocked out. So you get knocked out and they wake you up and like, you gotta go fight this guy again, champ.
Wait, what?
The guy literally gets knocked out and they wake him up like, all right, buddy, we're gonna put some ice on your head. You gotta go fight this guy again. You ready? Are you excited? He's like, what?
He probably wakes up on the stool with them icing him down. They're like, all right, you ready to go get this guy? And he's like, wait, what? Go
What?
get who?
What day is it? Are you sure the fight's today? I just woke up from a weird dream.
So they sent, hold on. They sent
rough
this poor
day.
lad out for round 2. He is like, he doesn't know his own name. He is a fucking mess.
He's that meme
He goes out
like,
there
where the guy's
and,
like,
like,
has no idea.
yeah, the dude is just like, ding. Oh, and it's over. It's like, yeah, no, he's had enough.
Did
Now
we
that
need to
he's
scramble his brain a
triple
fifth time?
concussions,
Like, he
now
had
he's
4.
good.
Oh, poor lad. Hope you're okay, Oscar. Hope the CT
But
is not too
anyway,
bad.
So Aggie Faulkner is the European heavyweight BKFC champion. So I don't know how that works with European champions, because that's new. So what
He's
we have
clearly the champion
European
by
and
a
like
lot,
North
if this was not a
American,
close fight.
and then what? At some point they're gonna want to unite them and have these guys fight each other, which is more interesting when they both have belts than just one of them. It's weird.
Also, like, this doesn't seem like they're making that much money to be like flying these guys to go fight each other. They're like, let's just do 2 separate.
What are you talking about,
teams.
Corey? OnlyFans is sponsoring them. I'm sure they're doing.
I did
just
notice
fine.
that.
Dude,
That's
it's hilarious. OnlyFans is their biggest sponsor. It's really
Exactly. They're doing.
Yeah.
They're doing. I'm sure they're all getting paid adequately. Don't worry, Oscar. The
Yeah.
OnlyFans ladies
is
will
their
send you
biggest
some first
sponsor.
live content
It's
for
like,
you.
it's a little bit offensive to the fan base, but what are you gonna do?
I think it's probably their target audience.
Yeah, it's kind of spot on. I don't know. It's kind of spot on.
I think people watching bare knuckle boxing, that's the target audience for
Would also
OnlyFans.
probably enjoy seeing a lady take her clothes off. Yeah.
But,
I think they're onto this.
Dude, I just love how you're like, yeah, this guy's like 4-0, and I'm like, yeah, this doesn't seem like the type of sport where you can take too many losses. It's not like, all right, fuck it, go
None
get
of
him
these
next
guys
week,
have like
champ.
tons of, a super lengthy record. It's a new promotion too, so
It's so new that it's even worth doing. Like, you literally got guys getting in there and getting punched with bare knuckles and getting cut up for like a handful of $1,000.
Right.
For like
these
$3
guys, you
grand,
get knocked the fuck out
$5
2-3
grand,
times.
they're
You're like,
getting
oh no, I'm all set. I don't really need to get knocked the fuck out anymore.
Dude,
like,
this guy also has some sick tattoos, but he also lost to a dude who didn't have as good tattoos.
Yeah.
he's 2-3.
Yeah, that other dude.
But he was in there for the championship, Corey, at 2-2. They're like, you deserve.
You, bro, you're the guy. Go get that belt. Go steal his belt, sir.
At 2-2, it's been about 50-50 anytime you get in there. But get back in there.
You're Finny. Get after that
50-50 chance. You walk away with the belt, champ. Get him.
I know, bro. This sport is so wild.
We'll shovel you some OnlyFans money. Don't worry.
Like, if you're a chick that's even a halfway decent boxer, you could be cleaning the fuck up. Seriously,
why would any woman do this?
This is like what MMA was like.
For a couple $1,000, Corey, were you paying attention?
First started breaking onto the scene. Like, you had these juice heads that just liked working out, and they'd be like, yeah, I'll get in there and punch someone, and they'd win fights, and it's like, holy shit, this guy's the champ.
That guy did dodge. Have a belt.
Yeah, have a belt. You're wrecking everyone in sight.
I fucking love it.
It's the Wild West days of bare knuckle, dude.
They really wanted this guy's champion just because he fucking looks cool. They're like, dude, it'd be so cool. If you can pull this off and be our champion, you look dope.
They're like, you got better tats, you could bench more.
The fights he won, like, he put it on his dude.
Well,
so he's an exciting guy. He's either gonna, like, get in there and get it done or not.
Well, in this case, he did, and our boy Coco is the new champion. Bonner gets away with that creepy ass looking face.
Dude, that guy looks like, if you were fighting him, you'd be like, if I lose to this guy in a street fight, he might rape my corpse.
Yeah, like, right.
Those are the stakes for the fight for Ahmed Keen.
If I go down, this could be bad.
Yeah, he's scary.
Yeah.
He's really just like unsettling,
Dude,
not scared,
it's
they're just
hilarious
unsettled.
the weird characters that wash up in BKFC. It's
I
like
just love BKFC. I just can't with the name.
bro. It seriously has a lot. It's a lot like lower tier wrestling. It's like, hey, this guy's local and he's willing to show up and fight for 3,000.
I love it. Any of these other ones you want to talk about before we get out of here?
No, not so much.
Fair enough. I do want to point out this guy. Look at this dude here. He is built for this shit.
Yeah.
Don't think okay, he lost his first one. Don't discount him. He doesn't even care about his nose anymore.
Holy shit, how did he lose?
Breathing's overrated. Listen, we can't fucking breathe, Chris. That's
why.
That guy, no, dude, I saw that. That was hilarious. That guy's nose is ridiculous.
Dude,
he doesn't care about his nose anymore. He's perfect for this sport.
He has a mouthpiece in, and he can't breathe through his nose. My man's out there fucking suffocating.
Yeah.
Bro, that is insane, right?
That is really crazy. I can't believe no one popped that back into place for you there, bud.
No one helped him out, dude. He's got the worst corner in the world.
Yeah, come on, Kyle. What's going on here?
And also,
bro, no one loves you. No one's like,
no one likes you, Kyle.
What is this?
Like, dude, like, where are your friends? Why weren't they like, dude?
Kyle has no friends. He's 0-1 with no friends.
Dude, but you lost to like a frumpy dude. Like my man's a fighter, and he doesn't even work out.
Impressive looking, dude.
Him shit. If they won't fix his nose, you think they're teaching him anything?
He's 3-0 and doesn't know what the inside of a gym looks like. What is going on in this league?
I mean, I don't know. He does know.
This league is crazy. It's all about like whoever knows how to like in the fire when the hammers are swinging knows how to land just one or two really good ones.
I guess.
That's the thing
it's not about points. It's about keeping your head on and knocking his off.
It's short, bloody fights.
Oh boy!
You don't have to land a whole lot. You just gotta.
Can we get John Spencer out of here, Chris? He's 0-3. I don't know if he's cut out for this. He looks scared. He looks scared in his profile picture.
Look at the way he's holding his hands. It's like a race.
That looks terrible for him. I know boxing expert. That looks like really bad for him.
I've seen your kind before.
He's also 5'6". My man's 5'6" out there trying to swing.
0-3, John. Don't take any more CTE, John. It's not for you. You're not going to be a champion. Even though you only need like 2 wins.
Get a job at the local tire shop.
He's 145 pounds and
tires.
like 5'6".
It's going to be good.
Something, dude. Don't go in there anymore, okay? They're going to beat you up again.
No, there's mean people in there, and they know how to punch.
How did this turn into just roast random knuckle fighters?
This is what I mean about this sport being in its infancy. You got these guys that literally work at the tire shop, and on
this guy definitely works at the tire shop,
boxing gym, and their trainer's all like, "Hey man, you want to fight for like 4 minutes?" He's like, "Yeah, 40. I got 2 minutes, a minute and then 2 minutes." Yeah,
he's almost 40 and he's out here fucking throwing hands. What is?
Yeah, I love it, dude. I love it all. Shout out BKFC. We love awesome. It. We're gonna continue to cover it here on Sports by Compian and give you vague details about it.
We're gonna roast anyone who looks unattractive.
Vague details, yes. Vague details, and mostly just talk about dudes getting lit up and split open and whatnot.
Pretty much, absolutely. That's what you can count on from us here at Sports by Compian. Thank you for sticking with us for 100 episodes of the banner show of this channel, Sports by Compian Sales. And yes, please continue to like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Thank you to Corey Compian. Thank you to Christopher Compian. People have been here since the beginning, continuing to work on the show. We appreciate you. And yeah, that's all we gotta say. Do you have anything you want to say to the fans, the nation of Sports by Compian at large?
Eat more tacos, man. Been saying it since day one.
He has been saying it since day one, people. Okay, get on the same page. Christopher, any parting wisdom?
Shut up, Doc.
Well, obviously, you should beware of, evildoers.
Yeah, be aware of those evildoers. Okay, people, don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly. We appreciate your time, appreciate your support. Sports by